welcome back. It's your girl Nadi, your mental health blogger, and I just wanted to come on to wish you all well during the COVID-19. First of all, I know it's a very scary time, and a lot of us are worried and have concerns. I'm not sure those of you who are still working, be safe. Wear gloves, take proper precautions, and we have to just all try to get through it. Practice that social distancing because it definitely is important during this time and a little scary. I must admit, a lot of the times we interact without interacting, if that makes sense. So we pass by people, even shopping, multiple people are touching the same products, things of that nature. So it's not that easy to practice social distancing, but I hope that you all are taking those precautions. So I wanted to let you guys know that I recently posted another blog earlier today, and it was titled GABA-DABA-DOO. So I wanted to touch base a little bit about why I titled it that. You can check that out and read the whole blog on my website, www.aimfor-fametalk.com. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can be updated when I post all of my videos. But back to that blog. That blog was titled GABA-DABA-DOO for multiple reasons. One of the reasons was some of the things that I learned over the years. I touched base a lot on my blog, just kind of like breaking down what anxiety and having anxiety exactly means and entails. So make sure you guys check that out in my blog, where you'll get more descriptions and details on exactly what it is that I'm touching base with. So basically, I'm breaking down anxiety, the symptoms, and things of that nature. And then I get into detail about the medication that I'm taking as well. Years ago, when I was first given the medication that I take, I didn't know much about it. I was just following the doctor's orders, which a lot of us do. Take this and, you should feel fine after, kind of thing. One of the things that happened to me when I was first prescribed my medication was that I didn't take it regularly. I didn't believe that I needed to. My anxiety was not where it became later on at that point, so I took it very sparingly. Once my anxiety became to a part where it was like affecting my day-to-day life, I decided to start taking it daily, and I would take it once in the morning and once in the evening. And it did what it said it was going to do. So basically, the medication that I take is Xanax. And for those of you who take it but don't really know what it does, I'm gonna let you know right now. So Xanax works by increasing the amount of gamma-aminobutyric acid, basically known as the GABA receptor. And what Xanax does is basically promote calmness and relaxation to the brain. And basically it just slows down the brain activity. That is what Xanax does. Now, GABA is short for gamma-aminobutyric acid. And that is a natural neurotransmitter that we have in our brains that basically plays the role to either inhibit or reduce the activity of nerve cells in the brain. and it plays an important role in behavior, cognition, and the body's response to stress. So I was taking it, like I said, twice a day, one in the morning, one at night. And I was doing that as a part of my regimen. I felt great. I felt calm. I felt like nothing bothered me. I had a lot of good days when I was taking it regularly. One of the things that I did notice, however, was whenever my medicine was wearing off, I would definitely respond to that. And my body responded to that in very aggressive, irritated, violent almost ways where it was almost like the complete opposite of what the pill does, but in full force. So it was almost like my body depended on it at some point from me just taking it day to day, twice a day. But whenever I would come off of it for a couple of hours, I experienced so many side effects. I was just filled with anger, rage, irritability. Like I said, I had a short temper. I was very aggressive, and that wasn't good, right? So I'm like, hold up. Yes, I understand that this medication is supposed to calm me and relax me and increase my GABA receptors. But the bottom line is that my trauma, my pain is still there. And while I'm on this medication, my anxiety is just brewing and brewing and brewing inside, collecting more data, collecting more memories, collecting more trauma, and storing it until the moment that I'm not taking this pill anymore, and then it's going to hit me full force, right? And at that point, that's when I was just like, okay, I don't want to be dependent on this medication for the rest of my life, especially with all of the negative side effects that I was having. So what I did was I stopped taking it. I'm not advising anyone to do what I did. This is my journey that I'm sharing with you all. I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. This is just me sharing my journey with you all so that hopefully I can reach and touch the lives of others. Now, back to my story. So I decided to stop taking my medication because I don't want to mask my feelings. I don't want to bury my trauma and never be able to actually heal. So once I got to the point where I decided I was ready to embrace my anxiety and face it head on, that's when I stopped taking my medication regularly. And I went through this entire withdrawal process, and it hit heavy, y'all. Like, that shit really had me fucked up for a while. Like, it hit hard and heavy when I stopped taking it, because I was taking it regularly for, I would say, about 3 to 4 months. I spoke to my doctor. I let him know that I was going to be coming off of it. He advised me not to, that it was helpful, and I just decided on my own that yes, it's helpful, but it's not healing. It's not healing me, and ultimately that's my goal, to be healed. Like I said, I don't want to just have this mental illness masked, and meanwhile it's just growing stronger and stronger inside of me. And when I decide to stop taking it, now all of the same problems are going to come rushing back into my life. So I decided to go against what he said. I came off of my medication. And I started to embrace my anxiety head on. Once my body was regulated, meaning that, I wasn't experiencing those withdrawal symptoms anymore. That's when I kind of like had a little bit more control of myself. And then I just started to do the work from there. Like I started to do the work, and by embracing my anxiety, what I did was just moment by moment, episode by episode, I took it one day at a time, one incident at a time, one trigger at a time, because it took years for me to get to the point where I am of having high anxiety. So I know that it's going to take time for me to heal. And I was very aware of that. So what I basically did was just, I started eating a little healthier. I started exercising. I expressed to my support system, my group of people that I go to for inspiration and help. I spoke to them. Everybody was on board with this journey, and that was a great feeling. And from there, like I said, moment by moment, incident by incident, I tackled my anxiety head on. And I didn't always succeed. I mean, I have to admit, especially in the beginning, it wasn't easy. It's not easy trying to face your anxiety in the moments that they're happening, because you're filled with so much anxiety, and you're having heart palpitations, and you're experiencing physical symptoms as well. So it's very difficult to try to pull the trigger, as I stated in one of my other vlogs. But I found some herbs and foods that help boost your GABA receptors. And I started eating better, which definitely contributes a lot to your mental health, what you eat. I'm going to make a whole nother vlog about that. But yeah, so I take it step by step, day by day, and I started to see progress. Small, but tremendous in my mind, because in the beginning, I was running away from my anxiety, and it just consumed me even more. So the more I faced it, the weaker it became. I'm not 100% healed yet. I can contest to that right now. But I'm definitely at a point where I feel confident. And I know that the things that I have been doing have been helping me along the way in my journey. And that is why I dedicated myself to being a platform and a voice for others who have not reached that point yet of embracing their anxiety or other related mental illnesses. Check out the rest of my blog. Like I said, I wanted to give you guys kind of a synopsis of what my blog was about. Go on my website, check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Make sure you guys subscribe once again, like, share, and hit that bell so you can keep being updated on all my other posts. And thank you, famers, for watching. I wish you all good health and happy healing.